It's no secret that the Star Wars prequel trilogy of films left a lot to be desired for the fans. While we could write whole scholarly papers about all the things and characters they messed up and how, their worst offense is their depiction of Anakin Skywalker. The prequels showed him on a brooding, petty, and paranoid path. Oh, how the mighty fall. But then a new hope came. The Clone Wars. Hey everyone, I'm Adrian with Channel Frederator, and today we're going back a long time ago to a galaxy far, far away to prove that the definitive Anakin Skywalker wasn't from the prequel films at all, but instead from Cartoon Network's hit animated TV series. Whereas the movies showcased the monotone two-dimensional Anakin, the Clone Wars was able to bridge the gap between the troubled, rebellious teen from Attack of the Clones and the ruthless Sith Lord we see towards the end of Revenge of the Sith, and make him fun and likable along the way. So get ready, cause we're checking out why we consider Clone Wars Anakin to be the definitive Anakin. Let's get started. Number 1. He's the best star pilot in the galaxy. In the original Star Wars, Obi-Wan makes a threefold statement about Anakin Skywalker.
He was the best star pilot in the galaxy, and a cunning warrior, and he was a good friend.
In the prequels, well, none of those are really true, but in Clone Wars, they are. So let's start with that best star pilot in the galaxy bit. Labeling someone as the best is a bold statement, and it means they can do more than fly a starship real fast, or recognize when pod racing is pod racing.
Now this is pod racing.
In the episode Cat and Mouse, Anakin demonstrates that skilled piloting also requires patience and strategy. He squares off against and defeats the Separatist naval commander Admiral Trench, using a ship with a cloaking device. You may be thinking, psh, anyone can win if they use a cloaking device. As Anakin learned though, cloaking devices have not stopped Admiral Trench from destroying his enemies before. Instead, Anakin is able to outmaneuver Trench by deducing that he uses magnetically targeted homing missiles to seek out ships, cloaked or not. Anakin exploits this tactic by goading Trench to fire the missiles at him, waiting until they've almost made impact, and then diverting them back towards Trench's vessel, blowing it up. Are those best star pilot skills or what? This battle shows Anakin as the crafty yet reckless pilot that old Ben remembers him as, more than the movies ever did. But I'll admit that the opening of episode 3 was really cool. Number 2. He's a cunning warrior. Much like Obi-Wan's assertion that Anakin was the best star pilot, his choice of adjective in cunning warrior is a bit off the mark. Better adjectives, as per the prequels, are brutal warrior, long-haired warrior, warrior who would be exciting at a rave, but cunning, less so. We know Anakin can hit things till they die, but where's that tactical mindset of an army general? In Escape from Kadavo, that's where, in the episode, Anakin, Ahsoka, and Obi-Wan are taken captive at the slaving planet of Zagaria. Even Obi-Wan is giving up hope, and, you know, he's usually our only hope, but Anakin doesn't give up. The cunning warrior outsmarts his guards, no Jedi mind tricks necessary, and infiltrates the Queen's throne room. There, he's able to hold his own against Count Dooku, despite not having his lightsaber, by thinking and quickly fighting back with a nearby laser whip. He escapes and calls in the troops to help free all the slaves, including Obi-Wan, and save the day. This episode demonstrates that Anakin has all the adjectives that a good warrior needs. He's resourceful, foresighted, perceptive, formidable, and cunning. And that's more than Hayden Christensen can say. Number 3. He's a good friend. If you've only seen the movies and not the Clone Wars, then this is one of the weirdest and saddest statements that Obi-Wan makes. He claims that he and Anakin were good friends, and in Revenge of the Sith, he even calls Anakin his brother.
You were my brother, Anakin!
But the two of them don't share all that much screen time that doesn't involve bickering or sword fighting, with each other sometimes. And we definitely never see the two of them hanging out at the cantina, or chit-chatting about sports. There's no way that movie Obi-Wan could have mistaken their relationship for a close friendship. In the Clone Wars, on the other hand, they're given significantly more time to develop their chemistry. The show is littered with brotherly interactions between the two, but some fan favorites are in the Gungan General and Deception. The former is more lighthearted and feels like something out of a Star Wars sitcom. In the episode, Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Dooku find themselves not only taken prisoner together, but also tied up to one another. In this wacky misadventure, Obi-Wan and Anakin banter like the goofy buddies that sit in the back of the classroom and crack jokes about the teacher, who in this metaphor is Count Dooku.
Anakin, what? Control your insolence. The Count is concentrating.
It's the kind of back and forth that we only briefly get to see in the movies. The other episode, Deception, is, well, less goofy, because it features Obi-Wan's death. Yes, Obi-Wan isn't really dead, but Anakin doesn't know that when he solemnly looms over the casket at the funeral. We've seen plenty of sad and brooding Anakin in the movie, but here Anakin expresses genuine grief for the loss of his friend, and his powerlessness to change it. Not something you'd expect from movie Anakin, who goes from 0 to in under 6 seconds. Number 4. He's more nuanced. Beyond Hayden Christensen's forced delivery, it's not as though the lines he was given were gold in the first place. Even Daniel Day-Lewis or Bryan Cranston would be hard-pressed to pull off those lines, like,
"Love won't save you, Padme. Only my new powers can do that."
or,
I don't like sand. It's coarse and
rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Quotes like that made it seem like movie Anakin, or George Lucas, was just saying things that he thought real people actually said, like a character in Tommy Wiseau's The Room, but in space. In the Clone Wars, Anakin shows a wider range of emotions besides angst. He's even funny from time to time.
I thought you were following Dooku.
I was. I followed him here.
Oh, and it's not just his dialogue that's less on the nose. His turn to the dark side is more subtle as well. There's never really a time period within the prequels where Anakin is not destined to fall to the dark side. We see him in The Phantom Menace pre-Jedi as a plucky pod racer, eager to start his training. Then, in Attack of the Clones, he's already reckless and angsty, and in Revenge of the Sith, bam, he's Darth Vader and slaughtering children. Where's the rise and fall of Anakin Skywalker? The Clone Wars does a better job of outlining his conflict with the Jedi, in ways other than being appointed to the Council without being a master. One of the most touching instances of this is in The Wrong Jedi. Ahsoka, Anakin's Padawan, is wrongly accused of committing a terrorist attack on the Jedi Temple, and the Council refuses to stand by her. They leave her out to dry, if to dry means to get convicted by the Senate. Only Anakin believes in her. When all's said and done, and Ahsoka proves her innocence, the Jedi are like, I know we totally threw you under the bus, but let's just say we were testing you. Sound cool? Ahsoka exiles herself from the Jedi Order, seeing that they've grown too personally involved in political affairs. This decision has a ripple effect onto Anakin, who begins to further doubt the credibility of the Jedi. In the unfinished episode, In Search of the Crystal, he even expresses his discontent with the recent actions of the Council to Obi-Wan, a sign that it won't be long until he turns his back on the ways completely. Number 5. He's more Chosen One-ish. From as far back as Episode 1, Anakin is said to be the Chosen One, who will bring balance to the Force. Qui-Gon Jinn is so sure of it that he abducts the boy from his enslaved mother. That's the highest concentration of sure that I've seen in a life form. And yet, despite Ponytail Liam Neeson's prognosis, Anakin never really does anything Chosen One-ish. In fact, he specifically fails the exact duty expected of the Chosen One. So what gives? Well, Clone Wars Anakin is way more Chosen One-ish than movie Anakin. For proof, look no further than the Mortis arc. In Overlords, Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka crash land in a force-fueled realm that feels like something out of the Space Bible. There, they encounter 3 beings called the Son, who embodies the dark side, the Daughter, who embodies the light side, and the Father, who balances the two. This is already feeling a lot more like Chosen One territory, isn't it? In the climax of Overlords, Anakin must prove his chosenness to the Father, and is given a trial. Choose whether to save Obi-Wan or Ahsoka, who have been captured by the Son and the Daughter. Well, turns out Anakin is better at being chosen than choosing, because he turns himself into a Force fulcrum to overcome the light and dark all at once. Seriously, look at this scene. Is that not the most overt symbolism for bringing balance to the Force ever? But remember, Anakin was immaculately conceived by the Force like the Messiah. Trite is his middle name. The arc is a great payoff for all the Chosen One mumbo-jumbo, and has some of the best Anakin moments of the show, including a premature revelation of his dark future. Once again, I'm Adrian, and thanks for watching why Clone Wars Anakin is the definitive Anakin. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What reasons did we miss? Comment down below and let us know. And if you like this video, make sure to hit subscribe so you can catch all our latest content, cause remember, Frederator loves you.